How's it going, guys? I'm gonna do another vinyl video here. This video will hopefully I'll get all the releases in. This is my Death collection from legendary Floridian death metal artist Death. These guys are so epic that the whole genre of death metal was named after them. Rest in peace, Chuck Schuldiner, frontman of Death. So starting it off, I've got the debut album released in 1987, Scream Bloody Gore. This is just on plain black vinyl. There's the album cover with the original old school logo, blood drip, inverted cross, and Death's head included. And there's the back, the song titles and some art. And it came with a little booklet with some artwork and cool information and lyrics included. That's funny. And there's the inside. There's a little story in here from Sepultura, Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracies, Max Cavalera, talking about his correspondence with Chuck Schuldiner just before he put this album out back in the day. They were pen pal friends at the time. So yeah, that came out in 1987. The next one here came out the following year in 1988, and it's their sophomore release, Leprosy. This is a special edition that came with some demos of the songs on the second LP there. So there's the inside of the gatefold, band and lyrics and some story stuff. And this version that I have came on clear vinyl. The center labels are different, but they're both clear, and I'll just see if I can capture that. And then the other side is much easier to see. Yeah, so that's Leprosy. The next album up and it came out in 1990, and that is Spiritual Healing. This version is just plain black vinyl, so I'll show you the insert that came with it. Shot of the band. Story from some of the dudes in the band at the time, included with the lyrics and album credits there. On the inside you get a collage of a bunch of pictures. Look at those short shorts. Terrible. Some styles, it's kind of like you're glad to see them go. But I remember that look. I was never fond of it. You'd never catch me in short shorts like that back in the day. But I do remember that look from the 80s and early 90s for sure. Next up, we've got 1991, the album Human. There's the back, the song titles, and it comes with a bonus cover track, God of Thunder by Kiss, which actually sounds pretty good. If you didn't know it was a Kiss tune, they do a good job of like making it sound like Death. There's the insert that came with it. Shot of the band, stories, lyrics, album credits, as all the albums have included with them since Chuck's death. I guess when they were doing these vinyl editions, the estate that's responsible for Chuck Schuldiner's stuff, like the music and everything, I guess they had these people come in, especially for these vinyl editions, to just talk a little bit about their time in the band and what happened during the recording of the particular album, just to give longtime fans of the band something extra when they buy the vinyl version, I guess. And it also gives collectors something new if they've already got the albums to get them for, I guess, to get these newer copies. So the next album is 1993's Individual Thought Patterns. This was the album that first got my attention of the band. They have a song called The Philosopher. There it is right there, the final song on side B. They had a video for that song on Much Music back in the day, and I caught it and really loved it. Another thing that I didn't find out until after I bought the album was actually longtime guitarist from King Diamond, Andy LaRocque, plays second guitar on this album, which it's very nice. He didn't contribute to writing the actual arrangements of the songs. That's always Chuck that was responsible for that, and the lyrics. But he contributed some solos, and it's kind of cool to hear his influence on the leads. So here's the insert. Shot of the band. There he is right there, Andy. And Chuck, of course, and Steve DiGiorgio, and Gene Hoglan. Gene Hoglan tells a story about the album and stuff that was going on at this period of the band. This is when he joined from Dark Angel, his previous band. And yes, this album came out in 1993. The next one up is the one that my first album that I got on CD by the band, and it's actually my favorite in the catalog, and that's 1995's Symbolic. And my version is on white vinyl. Now, a lot of people will say that this is technically the last Death album because the band, Chuck ended it after this, and he moved on to creating Control Denied. He had grown disillusioned, or he just wasn't stoked on death metal anymore and what it was becoming, and so he created Control Denied, which is a power metal band, and they only put out the one album before he passed away due to his brainstem cancer. But this next album, 1998, is technically a Death album, but it's The Sound of Perseverance. But the thing is he wanted to do Control Denied, and the label was like, no, we want another Death album. So this actually was the first Control Denied album, and he released it as a Death album so that he could get out of the contract and then continue on with Control Denied. So this album is a triple gatefold. So there's the inside, nice shot of the band, and then there's a center panel and the other panel. And I got them all in. That'll do it for this video, guys. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed my video on one of the best legendary death metal bands of all time. Cheers.